Counter-Strike cases have been around from the very beginning of Counter-Strike, with many people gambling with the cases hoping they can win it big. Now, I am also someone who loves Counter-Strike gambling, so much to the point where I thought to myself, can I make it myself? And that's where we are now. I'm gonna try to recreate Counter-Strike cases in Unity, even though I have no experience with making Unity stuff at all. But I'm gonna attempt it, and it'll probably be scuffed. Okay, so the first step in making a Counter-Strike case is to learn how to do Unity code. Because like I said, I don't know anything about Unity right now. I'm still trying to learn. I know a little bit, but not a lot. So we're gonna look through some documents and see how Unity code works. Because I do know code, I just don't know how Unity works. So we're gonna look through some stuff and see how it works. Okay, I think I have the gist of how this stuff works. So after an hour of researching the Unity documents, I realized that doing exactly how Counter-Strike cases work is going to be a little bit difficult. So I'm going to decide to do like a scuffed version of it. I plan to get a 3D model of a Counter-Strike case. What the code is going to do is that it's going to rotate that case until it picks a random 3D object in an array. So basically it's going to rotate the case and then it's going to pick a random gun throughout the list that I give it. If that makes sense. It's a little confusing, but let me just show you. I feel like it'll be better if I just show you. Okay, so we're in Unity right now. I have a 3D model of a CS case. It looks pretty cool. Epic case. Awesome. I get it off Sketchfab as a free asset. So what I plan to do is I plan for the code, when I click a button, the code is going to make this thing spin around like a little goofy man. All right, it's going to spin. It's going to be a woo. It's going to go crazy. All right. After it spins, it's going to stop at a certain point. It's going to just stop. After the case stops, it's going to choose a random gun out of the array. Then that gun is going to be checked on, active. It's going to be chosen active so you can actually see it. And then it's going to pop out and be, the rest I have to do on Unity. The code basically just has to spin the case. When the button is clicked, a random object gets activated, blah, 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 coding. Let's just do it. Let me just code this and then I'll show you guys when I'm done. Okay, so after a few hours, I figured this stupid shit out. Took me a little bit, but I did it. So what we have here is a listener. When the button's clicked, the code is like, whoa, button's clicked. Let me start spinning this shit. So it starts spinning it with this thing right here. So it's like, whoa, let me start spinning this shit up. Then it starts like spinning and then it stops. It stops at a certain point. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. We gotta stop. So then it stops. It stops right there. False. Stop spinning, right? Then it gets a random object from an array that I have set already, that you can have as many things. The array goes infinite because you can have as many guns as you want. It sets active whatever gun that it wants. And then this is the random thing. It picks a random gun that sets active and, blah, 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 coding, whatever. I finish the code, it spins it. Let me just show you. Okay, so back in Unity, I have the script activated. This is a script right here. So what it does, basically, I need to get a button. That's the button right there. It's huge. It's smaller when I activate the game. That's there so I can actually click it. We have the button. We assign it to this model, which it spins, all right? Then we also have the models transform so it can actually spin this case. Then we have this cube. So what this cube is going to do, basically, when this is off, it will select it at random. If I have more, it would select that at random. But I can have as many as I want. I can have like 200 if I really wanted to. But it will select one at random and it'll activate it. It will turn this active. And that's what I have right now. So let me just show you. We have the case. I have the button in the corner. I click, spins, picks a random thing. It activates it. We have a lot more to do to make this actually look good though. So we're already done with the coding part. The coding part's done. Everything looks good. The array works. Everything works. The coding part is completely done. That was probably the hardest part out of like this whole endeavor that I'm doing. But we finish it. So we're good. The next part that we're gonna have to do is that we're gonna have to get models for the guns and we're gonna have to animate them so when they become active, they move up or shine, stuff like that. So I got an AK off Sketchfab. This is the AK. What I'm gonna do with this AK is that I'm gonna put it in the array. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make an animation where when this is activated, it stays in this box for a certain amount of time until it stops spinning. So it's gonna be in here so nobody can see it. So it's still activated. It's just that nobody can see it because it's in the box. And the box is still spinning. So once the box is done, the animation is gonna start playing where it drags the AK up to show what you want. And that's kind of like the basis of it. So this will happen with all the guns. So all the guns will be in the box. It picks a random gun. When the box stops spinning, the gun will just move up and it'll show it. And we'll add a little bit more effects to it so it's not completely bland. But yeah, that's the idea. Okay, so we have it. It looks a little scuffed right now because the camera is crooked and the button's not in the right place. This is just so we can get the basis. This is the basis of the whole case right now. So we click the button. It spins. The AK was activated. lid. Then when it's done spinning, the AK will move up and show what you win. And yeah, there we go. Okay, that's the beginning of the case opening. This is just the beginning. So we're getting somewhere. This is a scuffed version of it, but it works kind of a little bit. It works. Okay, so the animation's done. It moves up, not too bad, but it looks a little bland. The gun comes up and that's kind of it. Nothing special. It just comes up. So I want to add a little bit of a special effect to it. I want the gun to come up, then I want a little bit of a shine on it. So it looks a little bit more special than it just coming up and then it just being there. Like, nobody wants just a gun, right? That's boring. So I'm going to make my own particle system in Unity and see where it goes from there. And hopefully it looks good. Okay, so this is the final product that I thought was pretty decent. Doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit of a shine. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to make a separate animation for this to move up with the gun. So they both move up at the same time. So when the gun moves up, it looks like it's shining. It's like, whoa, you won this. Wow. And yeah, I mean, it's going to look pretty cool. So I attached the AK and the particle system into an empty object. So I can just turn the object off and it turns both these off. All I have to do is turn the empty on and then boom, they both turn on instead of turning them on separately because that's a pain in the ass. So I did this instead. So we have them both on here. The particle system is behind it. Looks all right. Let me just show you what it looks like when we actually spin it and do all the other stuff. All right, so we have Unity playing right now. All we gotta do is click the button. It spins. It activates it. Okay, that's not too bad. Not the greatest. Still learning. This is still beginning, but not too bad. Okay, so we're basically halfway done now. I think we just need to add guns. We need to add a lot more guns. So let's add a lot more guns right now because we just have the AK and the AK is not enough. For a CS case, there's like 20 guns. So we're going to try to add just a lot more and see how that goes. Okay, after spending like hours looking through Sketchfab, I found them. I set them up. They're all in an empty object. They all have a little shine, little cool thing. I even found a little bit of a knife. If you get the knife, you win millions of dollars and you're rich and you're cool. This is pretty decent. We have all of them in the array right now in the little case thing. Let's just see how it looks. Let's start spinning it and then let's see how it looks. Okay, so everything's in the array. We have everything set up. They're all in the box. Everything's ready. Let's just click the button. It picks a random one. The op picks a random one. The MP9. This works, bro. This works. It's a little bit scuffed, but it does work. It works. It works. Okay, it works. Oh, God. Fucking God, it works, dude. Okay, so that's not bad. It's not great. Like I said, it's not great, but it's not bad. Now let's fix up that button because the little button right there is a little bit annoying and sucks. It sucks a lot. So let's fix that up a little bit so it looks decent and not that. All right, so we have the button here. It looks way better than that little tiny baby penis over in the corner. It says open case instead of just button. It just looks better overall. It doesn't look shit. So, you hover over it, it's yellow, you click it, it turns red, it spins the thing, still there, looks pretty good. You get your gun, it shines, boom, pretty epic, man. Yeah, I mean, that's a button. Nothing crazy, it's a button. Okay, so the third and final step of the case is to make it look good. Because currently, there's just a black void of just nothingness. And it doesn't look good at all. The camera's crooked, like, it looks like shit. So what I plan to do is I'm probably gonna try to get a CS map and then put it in there so it actually looks like a counterstrike opening. And then after we're done with making it look good, I can officially say that we're pretty much done. So let's head on over to Unity and let's see what we can do with making it look good. Okay, so back in Unity, I found a port for Italy. That was like the only map I could find. I tried to find like Dust or something like that, but nope, Italy was only one. So we chose Italy. And yeah, we changed the lighting. We added directional light so it actually is lit up instead of like the black void. We made the case a little bit brighter because it was a little dark before, so we made it a little bit brighter. We made the camera look a little bit better instead of it being like curved. It's not. It's actually, looks straight and it's actually in the middle. I mean, it looks way better. Okay, so we're in game mode. The camera looks better. It's more centered. We have the open case button. Like, everything looks so much better. And when we click it, it spins. It chooses a gun. Dude, this looks so good. Starting from absolute zero and getting here, this is so cool. Because I didn't know any Unity before this. So me creating this is pretty good for having zero experience in Unity. We click it again. It spins. It chooses another one. We can keep clicking it. It spins. It chooses a random one. I mean, and then, oh God, this is so good. And I can officially say that we're 9/10 basically done. I think the key thing of opening cases altogether is to have skins. Because currently we just have the guns and no skins at all. So I think the one thing we need is to make it look different. So let's do that right now. There you go. I changed them all different colors, you know, their own separate skin. No, I don't think there's any copies to the original Counter-Strike. I just kind of, you know, changed the skins up a little bit. And with this, I think we're done with the case. Let's look at the final product. So here we are with the final product. We have it all set up. We click it. It spins. It chooses a random thing. It comes up. Dude, I'm so glad this worked. We do it again. Click the open case. It spins around. It chooses a random one. And there we go. There is a Counter-Strike case made on Unity. It's not the best because this is my first time ever making anything on Unity, but it's pretty good. For now, I think this is pretty good for a week because I only did this in a week. So for a week, I think this is pretty good. Maybe I'll advance this in the future if this video does well, but the future only holds. And with that, this little adventure of creating a CS case from scratch with little to no knowledge is officially done. And I appreciate y'all sticking around for this whole journey. It was a little bit of a struggle, but we got there in the end. If you guys want to see more content like this, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, and I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya.